I sit on my threadbare couch, steadying my frayed nerves. The heater is broken. My tattered blanket is wrapped around me tight. My breath condenses into clouds with each exhale. The apartment's decaying walls, lit by flickering electricity, give off a stale odor. Nevertheless, the creaky bed and the musty curtains dividing the single room are a modicum of luxury in a war-torn city. The news is blaring on TV, giving chilling updates on the raging war. I never thought I would find myself living like this, but desperate times call for drastic measures. I take a deep breath and wait. The phone rings. I answer, putting her on speaker. Her soothing voice comes through.
Hello, Vasily. Are you there?
I don't want to talk to her, but I don't want her to worry either. Hi, Mother. Now is a bad time.
Please come home. I'm worried about you.
Shit. It'll be fine, Mother. I just got this one last thing to do, and then I'm leaving. You know we need this.
We will make do, Vasily. I've told you that dealing with the mafia is like playing with fire.
I shake my head and pause for a moment. I have no other options.
You do, Vasily. Come home.
I can't. Not when things are this bad.
Vasily, I am hearing stories. Stories about very bad things out there.
Of course, Mum. It's a war.
No, Vasily. Other things.
I chuckle. That again? Mother, they're not real. It's just fables. A sudden knock reverberates against the door, disrupting the stale air. Shit, he's early. Mom, I have to go. They are here.
Vasily, wait,
Hanging up the phone feels like hitting my heart with a lead weight. Apologies, Mother. Business awaits. I'll be home soon. I promise. I release my blanket and shuffle to the door. Peering through the peephole, I glimpse the visage of a man. I call out through the door, "Russian winter." A reply echoes back,
"Tanks of steel."
I open the door. "Yuri, welcome. How was..."
Don't use my name in public.
Yuri pushes past me and strides inside. Two men with cold, unyielding expressions trail behind him, their scrutinizing gazes surveying the room. "How did you get into Ukraine?" "No man's land is uncrossable," I said. Yuri slouches on a chair by the kitchen table.
Not if you come the long way from Poland. The Poles don't care why you leave as long as you tell them you will fight for Ukraine.
He is a formidable man in his 40s, of average height, rugged stubble, and a blinding white tracksuit. Most important, he carries a striking golden desert eagle tucked in his track pants, the desert eagle matching his golden hair. Yuri produces a flask from his tracksuit jacket.
How's your family, Vasily? I hear the war has devastated Moscow quite terribly.
I observe the two men flanking him. They had yet to take a seat. The burly man in a black suit towers behind Yuri. He is bald, muscular, and carries several guns. I bet he's the type of a man who would enjoy strangling gorillas for fun. Then my gaze shifts to the other man. He is slim, wears glasses, a coat, and a backpack. He is the smallest of the group, scanning the apartment for potential threats. "Not good," I said. "The sanctions have hit them harder than most. But they are Russians. They will endure." Yuri takes a swig from his flask.
Well, let's see if we can help, shall we? Do you have it?
"Of course I have it. But will you actually hold up your end of the deal? I need assurances that my family will be completely taken care of," I said, my voice wavering. He lets out an exasperated breath.
10%, just as agreed upon.
I hesitate for a moment before pointing out the window. "And what about my escape plan? I have to get out of here too." He snaps his fingers.
"Nikolai!"
The massive man in the black suit opens his coat, pulls out a mountain of rubles, and tosses it on the kitchen table with a loud thud. My eyes widen as I take in the incredible sum. I smile and nod. "One moment, please." I turn, marching into the kitchen. Yuri warns.
No funny business, you understand?
I glance back. They now have guns in hand. My heart jumps to my throat. "Oh, of course," I said. "What kind of mess have I gotten myself into?" I approach the sink, wrenching open the cabinet doors. "How do you plan on getting back to Russia?" "You'll get shot or worse if you cross the front lines. And all the NATO countries have stopped taking refugees," I said. Yuri shrugged.
Don't worry about it. Putin has many powerful friends in Belarus.
Made sense. If I were one of Putin's thugs, I'd probably do the same. I reach deep beneath the kitchen sink, move a slab to reveal a gaping hole. I reach inside, retrieve a small metal box, turn around, and hoist it above my head. Yuri's grin widens, and Nikolai and the other man exchange a knowing look. I sit down at the table, place the small box in front of Yuri, then open it. With steady hand, I reach in, pulling out a folded piece of paper, handing it to him. The bank is approximately 10 kilometers northeast in southern Kharkiv by the M18 freeway. This code will allow you to enter the safe. The gold is stored inside. Before we shut the bank down, the logs said there were at least 500 kilos of gold bars. The bank is now rubble, but even with a direct artillery strike, the safe is most certainly intact. You should be able to extract the gold with a little effort. Lucky for you, Ukraine has pushed the front back to Luhansk, so now the town is relatively secure. Then, I try to lighten the mood. "Well, as long as you don't run into the Ispolin, that is." Yuri chuckled.
Ispolin. Ha! Fairy tales babushkas used to scare their grandkids.
Nikolai shrugged.
"I think they're real."
Yuri whipped his head towards Nikolai.
There's no such thing as an Ispolin.
The tense moment lingers, then passes. Nikolai looks away, but regains his composure.
"I've heard stories, Yuri. The stars fell during the eclipse, while brothers' blood spill in Kharkiv, just like the legend."
Yuri interrupts him,
Enough!
dismissing him with a wave of his hand. "We've all heard stories, but they're just old wives' tales." I reach into the box, retrieve another folded paper, and hand it to Yuri. He unfolds it with care, reading its contents while I said, "This is my family's information back in Moscow. Please take care of them." Yuri nods and passes the information to the slender man with glasses.
Keep this safe, Alexei.
He then hands him the bank codes as well.
And verify this too.
Alexei retrieves his backpack and brings out a sleek black iPad. His fingers move with impressive speed, typing away for a moment while his eyes dart between the screen and the paper. Alexei's fingers come to a halt, and he gazes up at Yuri with an intense expression.
It's confirmed.
Alexei tucks away the iPad and paper into his backpack with great care. Yuri grins.
You have fulfilled your end of the bargain, and now I shall fulfill mine.
He nods to Nikolai, who retrieves the cash from the table and strides over to me. I reach out to take the money, but Nikolai strikes me on the head with his gun and aims it at my face. "What the hell, you bastard?" I said, holding my throbbing head. The pain intensifies with every breath I take. Yuri stands, adjusting his tracksuit with an air of indifference.
Sorry, comrade, but money is rather scarce these days due to the war. We must do what we can to survive.
Yuri retrieves the money from Nikolai and tucks it into his jacket.
Nikolai, escort him to the balcony while we search his apartment.
Nikolai seizes my shoulder, presses the barrel of his gun into my back, and shoves me out onto the balcony. From the second floor, the balcony overlooks the street and wraps around the rest of the building, making escape impossible. If I try to run, I will end up catching bullets with my back. A knot forms in my stomach as though I've stepped onto a falling roller coaster, leaving me with an unshakable sense of unease. I turn back towards my apartment. What in the world are you doing, Yuri? Yuri peeks his head outside the sliding door with determined eyes.
I require the remaining details, Vasily.
I tilt my head. The remaining details? What the hell are you talking about? Yuri jabs his finger at Nikolai.
Nikolai, explain while Alexei and I search.
Yuri vanishes back into my apartment. The sound of breaking furniture and shattering appliances signal his search has started. Nikolai speaks with cold aggression.
The FSB claims you possess specifications on Ukrainian financial systems. We require that information.
I couldn't help but laugh in disbelief.
What's so amusing?
Nikolai said, his face twisting in a scowl. Gazing into his eyes, I smile. If only you had honored your word, I would have happily given you that information for free. But now you get nothing. Funny, my mother was right, and I got burned. Oh well, good luck finding your information, but I doubt you will. Suka. Nikolai freezes, his eyes lock with mine. I sense the cogs turning in his brutish, primitive mind as he struggles to string together a coherent thought. Then he presses the cold, hard barrel of his gun against my forehead. His features contort with rage as he pulls back the hammer.
Info now or die.
Damn. Now what? Horrifying screams arise in the distance, followed by roaring gunfire. Nikolai withdraws his weapon, backing away, scanning the streets for any sign of danger while keeping an eye on me. I swivel my head towards the source of the commotion. The sounds are getting louder, more intense, more ominous. I turn back to Nikolai, who is agitated, but still pointing his gun at me from a safe distance. I turn facing the street, and am taken aback in disbelief. A swarm of terrified civilians, men, women, and children, numbering in the hundreds, run past our building, their shrill cries piercing the air. The screams come in waves, moving back and forth like a winding river. The sound of gunfire is getting closer. A deafening boom thunders off from nearby, as if the ground itself is being ripped apart. My heart sinks into the pit of my stomach. It isn't a bomb or artillery, it's something else. What the hell is going on? I don't want to stay around and find out. I turn back toward my apartment, my voice overflowing with urgency. Yuri, forget the information. We need to leave now. Nikolai lowers his weapon and calls out into the apartment.
Comrades, you need to see this.
Yuri emerges from the room, grinning from ear to ear, as he produces a parchment from his jacket pocket.
It's just our brothers taking back what's ours. When the Nazi rats are driven back to Kiev, we'll use this to acquire military assistance. It's signed by Putin himself. Don't worry.
But how did Yuri manage to slip past customs with a document bearing Putin's signature? Oh, that's right. The damn Polish. The thundering of gunfire becomes ferocious. And the wails of the innocent grow more harrowing. Before long, a group of Ukrainian soldiers dash underneath our balcony, their faces covered in blood, dirt, fear, and desperation. As I watch the streets, something new makes my blood run cold. I spin around, trembling. Look! Nikolai shakes his head.
I won't fall for your childish tricks. Yuri says we're safe.
I point to the street below. The soldiers, they're both Russians and Ukrainians, running side by side from something. We have to go. Now! Then, Yuri hurtles through the doors, tripping over his own feet. He points a trembling finger at Nikolai.
Keep your gun on him in case he tries something.
Yuri strides over to the balcony and takes in the apocalyptic scene unfolding beneath us. His eyes widen, his mouth gapes open, and he reaches for his hand cannon. For the first time since I've met him, terror crept into his features. As I gaze upon his quivering frame, I couldn't help but crack a small, satisfied smile. How does it feel to lose control, you bastard? Another deafening boom, this one emanating from the foundation beneath us. Everyone fell silent. Gunfire and screams erupt from the first floor. Followed by another explosion shaking the building to its very core. Yuri spins around terrified.
Alexei, it's time to go, now!
Nikolai's voice cracked as he asked Yuri a question.
What about him?
Yuri glanced in my direction.
Fuck him. Let's go. We got what we came for. We can always come back later.
Alexei bolts out of my apartment. Both he and Nikolai follow Yuri, leaving me to fend for myself. The balcony walkway looms ahead, leading to a set of double doors. From there, the main walkway connects to stairs, the only escape route out of the building. As soon as the three men disappear through those doors, I have no choice but to follow. There is no other way out. Yuri opens the door and freezes. He steps back, looking up, and lets out a blood-curdling scream. I too freeze, unable to move any muscle. My ears ring like a bell, and my heart bursts out of my chest into my neck.
Holy shit, they're fucking real. The visage of an ancient Germanic barbarian stands before us. The creature, twice the height and build of Nikolai, towers over Yuri, his skin a shadow of dark grey, its black beard spattered with red blood. Piercing blue eyes stare through us. Human eyes.
God!
It pulls with explosive force.
Ispolin! We have to move fast! It's coming! Give her to me! Oh,
I'm all alone. With no other distractions, I'm its target now. I push myself to run faster, but my body betrays me. I start to slow down. No, this can't be happening. My muscles are screaming in agony, burning with the effort. It snorts behind me. Panic sets in. There is nowhere to hide, nowhere to escape. What do I do? Is this it? Am I going to die? Then a fearless Ukrainian soldier jumps out from behind a building to my right. God bless him.
Slava Ukraine!